Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to G Bear's Off-Grid Ways, a homestead in the desert. Here we are on July 4th, 2019, and yeah, today was Shake and Bake Day. Today was the day of the 6.4 earthquake. I said 6.6 earlier, but that's what the preliminary was. They downgraded that to 6.4, so that's where we're at, 6.4 earthquake. And yeah, it did cause some damage about 80 miles from here, but it wasn't that bad down in this direction. So I felt the earth move under my feet, and what I did was, instead of working on the ground and having that feeling, I came up here and worked on the roof. Yeah, this is the roof. There's blue container, there's orange container, here's the roof in between the two, and I'm standing on it right now. And yeah, I've got 2-foot openings on each end there, because remember, this is 10 foot wide. So the 8-footers I've alternated back and forth, and then I got to get 3 more sheets to cut up and do the infills on these 2-foot sections. And as you can see, I've got it all the way to the end here. And yeah, I got a couple of solar panels. Those are old Harbor Freight solar panels that I've had for years, and they're only 15-watt panels, and that's, I think, a 5-watt panel. So there's 35 watts there, and that runs all the lighting in my containers. So it doesn't take much for lighting, especially if it's LED lighting and 12 volts. And I do have a Harbor Freight battery down inside that gives me my nighttime lighting when I need it. Anyway, yeah, this went on pretty quick. I had to get it on because, as you can see, the winds came back up again. They didn't give me much time to work, but I got the last panel on just as the winds started getting up to around 10 miles per hour, and now they're up around 14 to 16. So I had to call it a day, and I will pick up the last 3 panels and get the rest of this roof closed in. And then the next big purchase is going to get the tar paper and the roll roofing to go on here, and the lap cement. And as you can see, the way I set these panels is that when I put the tar paper on, the roll flashing is going to go right to that weld seam right there. So the tar paper will be ending here, but I'm going to run some of the lap cement in there, and then I'll put lap cement on here before I put the unit down, and seal it right to the unit. And I did that on both sides, so I planned it for that distance. So this will become one whole sheeted roof that will take all the way across. So that's 9, 10, and 9, so that's 28 feet, like I said yesterday. And yeah, we did have Arizona Homestead did the math on that and came up correctly with I think it was 627 gallons or something like that. So that's where we stand here. I'm glad I got a lot of this done, because the wind's blowing right now, and TV coverage right now, I just went in and checked the news, and it's just everything is about the earthquake. 6.4 earthquake near Ridgecrest. Really got the desert moving. And that's the way things are out here. You never know. I'm climbing down a ladder, so excuse me while you stare at the container top. So, all right. So here we are down underneath again, and there's what it looks like with the 90% of the roof in place. It's nice and shady in here. There's hardly any wind in here, even though it's really gusting up there on the roof and outside the area. But boy, I'm going to be able to do all kinds of work in here. And I'm thinking what I might do is from this electrical receptacle back to that end, I'm going to put a wood floor in, because that's where I'm going to be doing all my woodworking and stuff like that. It'll be a little shop area, and then that'll be easy on my legs with a wood floor. And then from this point that way, I'll pour concrete, because I might back the van in here and or put the trailer in here when I'm just going away for a little while, or just going to the store. I don't want the trailer hanging out in the middle of nowhere. So I can use this as a little secure garage, and having the concrete will be a good place to park the van. I just have to figure out how I'm going to do that, whether I'm going to call a truck in or mix it by a cement mixer and do it in sections. You know, I might do 27 square feet at a time, which is 1 yard, and see what I can do with working that out. I've got a lot of grading and settling to do in here, because the winds have been beating everything up over the seasons, over the 3 years that I've been out here. So that's about it. And I really love those few people that gave me thumbs down on the earthquake video. You know what? You don't have to give me a thumbs down. You just don't look. Just don't watch my videos. Don't be like that, you know? If you can't say something nice, don't say anything at all. So if you can't give me a thumbs up, don't give me any thumbs at all. All right? All right, anyway, that's about all we have for today. I'm gonna call it a day, go inside and get my dinner going. I did have a damage to my wheelbarrow here from the wind, and the plastic dried out and pulled the carriage bolts right through the plastic and broke the plastic. So I'm going to modify this guy's design, and I'm going to get 2 pieces of band steel, probably 2 inches wide, and I'll drill the holes in the proper places for them, and then I'll put the bolts through the band steel and down through the handles like they have them. But the band steel will give me more strength on the inside of this thing. This is one of those 2-wheel barrels. It's got 2 wheels on it, so it won't tip over on you. And that's kind of nice when you're moving concrete and stuff. So if I'm mixing concrete and wheelbarrowing it in there, hey, I'll be using that. All right. That's all. G-Bear reminding you, give me a thumbs up down there. Don't give me a thumbs down. Okay. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Had a bunch of new people come on today, and I welcome them all aboard as they came on. I'd like to welcome you aboard too. Don't forget to subscribe, and then click that notification button so you get notified when the new videos come out. That's all. G-Bear signing off.